One of the things that I heard a lot that could be controversial in English learning is that whether or not to work on your pronunciation. And if you're familiar with my channel, you probably watched some of my videos and you're familiar with my attitude towards it. I'm always very serious about being able to have a native-like or try to have a native-like accent or trying to work towards it. I personally have benefited significantly from it, and I think it's really important if we do want to bring our language to the next level, especially a lot of us who need the language to study, to work especially. So if you need to use it in a professional setting, it's really important for us to be able to speak the language in a way that's not causing any kind of confusions to other people, that's very easy to understand, because that's an important part of effective communication. If people had to think twice before they could understand exactly what you're trying to say because of the way you pronounce the words, that could be a problem. That could cause misunderstanding. There could be a lot of confusion when you're trying to expressing or communicating certain important ideas at work to your coworker, or even when you are using it just using language for daily living. I think sometimes it could be really important. And yes, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time for you to be able to eventually correct your pronunciation, as a lot of us came from the kind of education where not a lot of focus was put on English pronunciation. So once we start to realize, okay, we need a lot of work, this is going to be a big project. We've already probably been speaking English that way for at least a decade. So it's kind of tricky for us to correct it, but it is possible. I think that it's possible for anyone to be able to speak like an American or British, whichever accent is your preference. Does everyone need to be speaking like that? I don't think so. I think it's really up to your personal preference. It's really up to what you consider the most important thing for your English speaking. For me, like I said before, pronunciation is really important. I think it's no different than working out, trying to make ourselves more presentable. That's not to say that people who do not have a native-like accent cannot generate, creative ideas, very wonderful descriptions of things. It's just from my own experience communicating with other Chinese or other English-speaking people. When you can pronounce most words correctly, not necessarily with a distinct accent, but at the very least you need to know how to pronounce each word correctly. I think that is a lot more smooth for your conversation to carry on, and I think this just makes you a lot more confident. Sometimes when we're saying a particular word, we're not sure if we're pronouncing it correctly. So somewhere there, we kind of lost a little bit of confidence when we speak. And we all know that the most appealing, the most attractive trait that anyone can have is self-confidence. So that's also another reason why I'm always a huge fan of pronunciation, because I want to present myself in a confident, in a very me way. I want to present myself as myself. I don't want to back away or shy away from expressing certain ideas just because I wasn't sure of how to pronounce them correctly. So let me know what you think and where you are at with your pronunciation. And that's it for today.